On this episode of Bantha Milk Podcast, we have an old theme song, and James gives me some sort of lists. I don't know
We're,
what.
we're counting 1 to 5. I hope you're ready.
Intro music.
Wait, that's not it.
What? He's no good to me, Dad.
Intro music. Intro music.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Well, that's a little bit different version than what we're used to. I somehow got rid of the old version. I don't know what happened there, but anywho,
I look forward to you finding it in the archives some point.
that's right. That's what I'm going to have to do. Dig through some older shows or something, or maybe even just come up with a whole new theme song. I'll let AI create it for us because
Ooh.
all the cool kids are using AI. And by cool kids, I mean us.
Yes.
So what's happening? James is back. We did a around the jerk table while James went around Disneyland.
I did. I went to the Outer Rim and landed in Batu for a good while. Even spent a good morning there on my own exploring everything. I picked up a new shirt. It's got
Oh,
Maul on it. It says Dark Lord of the Sith on it.
I love it.
It looks great. So
It does look great. It looks awesome.
yeah, so great artwork of Maul on that one. So I was really happy to find that on Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. So got to experience some of the local culture, saw the characters. Chewbacca was very present.
Nice.
I saw Rey, I saw a bunch of stormtroopers and Kylo Ren. Vi Marati was off in the distance, but she was running around doing spy things. And I saw our good friend Mando and Grogu once.
What?
I know.
That's where
Must have been a
I'm
nice
super
pit stop.
jealous. Yeah.
Yeah. So he looked great as always. No sighting of Ahsoka on this trip, unfortunately, but joined the Resistance a couple of times. Had a great
Nice.
time exploring that attraction, and flew the Millennium Falcon like 3 or 4 times as well. Though I never piloted. I always had a different group that seemed to be better fit for pilots or newer and deserve the piloting experience. So
I think you should have jumped in and been like, "I'll take it from here," and then
I should have
yeah, you
just
should have.
gone full Chewy of like, you
Yep.
shouldn't be the co-pilot. Let me show
Nope.
you where all these switches
Mhm.
go.
When they tell you to sit down as the engineer as you're walking in, you just push the pilot out of the way, even if it's an 8-year-old, and say, "Sit back there. I'll do this. You will not."
Yep.
Yeah, and then everybody will love you for it too. It'll be awesome.
That's how it works. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. And then when I fly excellently, it's even better.
Yeah, I will say the one time we did it as a whole family. So you take a family of 4 in there, you're more than likely going to get the pilot, co-pilot, and the
Mhm.
2 gunners first. When I flew, I my wife piloted it the one time, and she was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." So then we went a second time, and that time I piloted it. And when they say pull the lever to go to light speed, or I think they say light speed, warp, yeah, whatever they say,
Light
and
speed
you,
or hyperspace. Yeah.
yeah, hyperspace, yeah, when you pull that handle, it feels like you're Han Solo pulling that handle.
It's so satisfying.
It is so
So
satisfying, yes.
yep.
Um, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I am very jealous.
We had a
We've
group we had a group of 6 for one of ours, and so there's a secret that you can unlock
oh yeah,
Chewy mode on it.
uh-huh.
And we tried and it didn't work. We thought it was gonna work because
Uh,
when they started the system, we got a Chewbacca roar, which I don't remember happening every time.
okay.
But then it was just Hondo, and so I was like, "Were we close, or did we just forget this happens?" And so but sadly, still riding with Hondo, which is fantastic, but
Which is still fantastic. It's just you wanted to just try it differently instead,
I
but
know.
you didn't get that opportunity. That stinks. Before we continue, do you have a drink for tonight?
I sure do. As we're recording close to Halloween time, I have Devil Spiked, which is a ginger beer with a touch of lime in it.
Oh, very nice. I don't know if I
So,
had this one with you. I think I did, but I think it's my last one of the sci-fi hamster wheel.
oh, we definitely have not seen that one. That is glorious.
It is an IPA. It's 6.6% IPA. So I will probably be slurring my words by the end of this. Yeah, when we get into the lists, I'm just gonna be like 5. Everything's just gonna be a 5. So we'll see what happens.
Don't
This has
don't
been
worry. Mine's 10%, so
oh my goodness. Okay. Neither
we're gonna be having a good time.
we're gonna be having a definitely we'll have to do like on a Saturday night sometime, like a live stream of just like 2 Star Wars fans getting drunk and just a lot of 10% beers there. All right, let's here we go. Very nice.
Mhm.
And you still don't have a glass, so I'm gonna try
Yeah, see how
to
it goes. I
yeah.
don't need to embarrass myself with a pour, so
I already have.
oh, yeah, it's looking alright.
There we go. Now I'm getting it. I have to go
Uh-huh.
really hard angle there.
That's how it happens, right?
Yeah. So on a side note, I tilted it up too fast. That was good color though, except for all
It
the
does.
head there at the end. You're getting old. This is non-Star Wars related, but this is a real life related situation.
Mhm.
I was coaching on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, and I go to show the kids how to run this one move. And as I run, I feel this 3 popping feeling in my calf. And I was like, ah. And then I say to one of the other kids, I go, you do it. I just hurt myself taking 2 steps.
It's fair. It's fair.
I took 2 steps, left foot, right foot, right foot. I was like, ow. So yeah, luckily it was just a strained calf. Um, I'm back to say 90% right now.
That's good.
Um, yeah, I was afraid I was gonna have to get an MRI and I was gonna be done on crutches and all this other stuff. And this upcoming weekend in good old Philadelphia is a Rocky run. Hey, old Rocky. So,
Well, that sounds
uh,
fun. You get to run up the stairs and everything, I assume?
yeah, I think you finish by running up the stairs too, which is
That checks out.
yeah, but like, I mean, I'm only doing the 5K. They have a 5K, then they have a 10K after it. So you could do both and do 15K, and that's
Mhm.
where the real Rocky run comes in. But all these runs are so stinking expensive. But so my son and I were doing the 5K together. So I was like, I don't want to bail, and I also don't want to just walk it and go at a hobbling pace. So I should be okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Um,
little worried about you having to take a little bit more than 2 steps in a 5K,
I
so
know. Yeah, there's like S then maybe there's 6, 7 steps
6,
in a
7
5
more.
6,
Yeah.
7 more steps. Oh god, kids. So, yeah, I should be alright. I'll just start off slow, and I won't explode right out of the gate like I did at practice today.
Yeah, there you
Um,
go.
so while I let this settle down a little bit, how's your ginger,
I will
uh,
take my first
and
sip
lime
now.
beer? How is it?
That's a lot of lime. Um, I was not expecting that much lime.
You're like, "Wow, okay."
Mhm. I mean, if there's ever a reason to slow down on a 10% beer, I think I found
It's
it. So,
it's all the lime, yeah.
oh my gosh. Yep.
Okay, well, now we know you don't you're still making squinty faces.
Like, what did the devil do to me to spike this? Ugh.
Well, there you now you know why it's called what it is, because you're just
Oh,
all lime
sincerely.
and sour faces.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
this
that's
one
the ginger,
is
I don't know.
could be. Could be the ginger too if it's a lot of it. Yeah,
Oh,
this is just a traditional IPA and it tastes like a traditional IPA. It's got a nice flavor of hops there, but definitely no lime or ginger giving me that sour face that you got.
oh, like, I don't like IPAs, but I'd almost consider trading you.
You're like, "Give
This
me
is
that
a
one
lot.
instead." That
This is a lot.
I wanna try it now just because of your reaction of
Oh
how
my
bad
gosh.
you're reacting to it. I wanna know how bad it really is.
Oh, good luck. It's not, uh, I wouldn't say bad is the right word, but
Just
wow, that is
is it, like,
eh,
super tart? Like, or super,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the ginger flavor lingers, which is really nice, but oh my
Okay.
gosh, like
Too much
I took
lime.
way too big of a sip.
We went years ago to Dogfish. I think it's Dogfish Head. I think that's
Dogfish
one
Head?
in
Yeah.
Delaware. In Delaware. Let me just make sure. Dogfish Head is brewery company based in Milton, Delaware. We went down there, and they have a lot of really good beers. So
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying that they're a bad beer company. I like a lot of their beers. But at the brewery, they had one that was like some super like 16, 18%, something like that. Oh my God. We drank it. We got a sampler of it for four of us. There were four of us there because,
I'm sorry, you said 16 or 18?
yeah, it tasted like gasoline. We were all like, oh God, no. And the waitress was like, oh, so many people love this beer. We were like, what? It was so strong and so powerful. It was disgusting. So strongest beer. Let's see. Dogfish's had high alcohol volume. So the 120, nope. I don't know. But anyway, it was super strong. And I remember like drinking it and we were all like, "Oh god." So, yeah, it was quite a few years ago at this point. So my numbers may be slightly off, but I know it was so strong that it just tasted like gasoline. And we were all just like, "No, you drink it." And everybody was like, "No, thank you. You drink it."
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, so this is Beers Around the Galaxy with Rob and James.
Yeah,
Uh,
Hello, my friends.
I
wha-
have brought a guest in to try this beer to tell you how
I
it
am
really tastes.
Hondo Inaka.
we don't see
Testing.
Hondo's face. We just see tell Hondo. There we go. Hi, Hondo.
Hondo doesn't drink beer or alcohol really ever.
Ugh.
And now he never will again.
What is this? My mouth is being assaulted. Is it the ginger that makes it feel like I'm being stabbed in my mouth by like 100 little pricklies?
I think that's the lime at the beginning.
That's terrible. You want something else? Do you need like battery acid to wash that down?
That might
Yeah.
be the right choice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, hi Rob.
Hi, Tag. How are you, bud? All right. Have fun. Enjoy. Go have one of your own. Go downstairs and have one of your own.
I don't drink alcohol very much, and I definitely would not drink that. See, you should have gone with the one that was candy.
I should have. Next week, next episode, I have a chocolate peanut butter stout that I'm
Oh,
very much
that's-
looking forward to now.
Yes, that's much better. Yes, that is definitely much better. All right. Well, before we continue with all the good stuff and not this sour beer taste that you went through, the other shows on the network here, we got the Ears Up. We have the Supreme Resort. They just did a fun Dirty Yellow Strap episode where they did a draft between four people. They were drafting rides at Disney World proper. So any of the Disney parks.
All four parks, okay.
Yeah. And even like they were doing Paris. I think somebody drafted something from Disney World Paris. And I think they drafted a couple things even from the Asian parks as well. So
Oh, cool.
they went all out. They said any Disney resort park you want. So it was a very good show. It was fun. I do like drafts. I remember we did a draft years ago, and it is fun. But you definitely need like at least four people for it because if you have just the two of us trying to do a draft, it's not going to work. But yeah, so we got that. Puny Pods always talking about Marvel. Scraping the Vault, haven't heard from them in many, many moons. And Jason's new show, the Buena Vista Boys. So we went from 6 shows down to maybe 4. I don't know. Anyway,
Holding on.
we're still holding on. Now that James is back, it's definitely much better. And while we talk about that,
Star Wars news.
we have some Star Wars news coming up, so very excited for the Star Wars news. I think this was another song where I just told us to just say those words, Star Wars news.
Star Wars news.
All right, that's enough of that. Okay. My first news article comes all the way from IMDb, so we know it's good. Disney's first canceled Star Wars movie officially confirmed, and it's not what you think. So, after director Steven easy for you to say, Soderbergh confirmed that the Adam Driver starring The Hunt for Ben Solo movie was the first time Disney canceled a Lucasfilm Star Wars project that had a finished movie script. So, the information originates from a Blue Sky account believed to be run by Steven Soderbergh himself. Also, in the aftermath of the Hunt for Ben Solo situation, I asked Kathy Kennedy if LFI had ever turned in a finished movie script for Greenlight to Disney and had it rejected. The social media post reads, she said no. This was a first. You can see the post below. So apparently we're not getting a new Ben Solo movie because they wrote a script and Disney said this sucks.
Ouch.
Or something like that. Ouch. Yeah. So who knows?
That's
what's
sad to
going-
hear.
Yeah, that is
'Cause
sad to hear.
I feel like we need more sequels content, so the sequels can get the prequel prequel treatment as we go through it to build out the universe a bit more, to give us a bit more to love about it and adore. The film's a little bit more as disjointed as they are. I think
Yes.
Adam Driver is a fun character to see become more than what he is.
Yeah, we did do a last week on around the Dejeric table. We did a ranking of bad guys or something like that. I forget what we did. And Adam Driver's Kylo Ren was not ranked very high for us as bad guys because whatever, he's just what he is. Anyway, Mark Hamill, I think you've heard of him. And then he reacted to Robert Irwin from Dancing with the Stars fame, but actually more.
Yeah, that's where everyone knows Robert Irwin from.
They all know him from Dancing with the Stars. Has nothing to do with his dad being what was his name?
The crocodile
The
hunter.
crocodile hunter, yes. But he's now the latest Irwin to be on Dancing with the Stars. And I don't know if you watch it or not, but I do. My wife and I love it, and it's fun. I have mixed feelings about Dancing with the Stars. One, I love watching people learn how to dance because Andy Richter is on it, and he is the everyman when it comes to Dancing with the Stars. He has no experience. He would be like if I were to go on Dancing with the Stars. No experience, no knowledge of anything, but he's just having fun and trying his best. So it's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah. Then they also have, and it's a lot of celebrities who were popular at one point in time, like Topanga's in it, which still looks the same as she did
Amazing.
30 years ago, which is awesome. But then they have a lot of like YouTube and TikTok stars, and I'm just like, you're not a real star. Like, yes, you're famous on TikTok, but you can't. Whatever. I have mixed feelings about TikTok people being real stars. But anyway, Robert Irwin, what did they call him? They didn't call him even a TV star. They just said he's like a nature person.
I mean, he still helps. Like, he runs the zoo now.
Yeah, he still runs the
good
zoo.
at it. He's a huge social media presence. I
Yeah.
think there was something that he became very famous for. Did he okay, maybe I'm just making this one up, but I think he did like clothes modeling, if not like an underwear shoot at one point to
He could
really
have
get the
because
ride, but
yeah, he's very well taken care of. He's very muscular. He's very ripped.
Mhm.
So I can definitely see him being that. But also, I mean, he's been living off of his fame of, who his dad was, and that him and his sister are part owners of the zoo in Australia and like really big and whatever. So he's still a very famous person. But last week or 2 weeks ago, it was funny because it was during where is it? During what is
so Disney Week, or
it wasn't Disney Week. It was the Wizard of Oz. What's the new Wizard of Oz movie?
Wicked.
Thank you. During Wicked night, they asked him what was his favorite Star Wars movie, and he said, A lot of talking for me. Sorry about that. He said his favorite Star Wars movie was Empire Strikes Back. And he said because it had a lot of good qualities, good cliffhangers, and all that good stuff. And our good friend Mark Hamill agrees with him and says, "You are correct. It was the best." Without missing a beat, Hamill 74 lit up. He said, "I had to say yeah because it has a twist ending and it was downbeat and totally unexpected." He said, "And we'll never ever beat the twist at the end." Dad Vader, hello. So there, the wildlife star. That's what they
Ah,
uh,
okay.
called him in this article. So there we go. A lot of words coming out of my mouth, no sentences really being formed, just to say that Robert Irwin's favorite Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back, and Mark Hamill agrees with it. Bam, I
We
could have
can
summed it up in one sentence.
we can all say that's a quality choice.
Yes,
And
exactly.
and since you asked, I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, and this is where I get to sound all like hoity-toity full of myself. If I if I watch one of those, I watch the British version called Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh,
I I struggle tremendously with reality TV shows with either
okay.
celebrities or people who've become celebrities because they're on reality TV shows, famous for the sake of being famous.
Uh-huh.
I like shows with like more normal people, and so what I like about watching the British version is their hosts are great.
Okay.
People like Claudia Winkleman, fantastic. She also hosts their version of The Traders and stuff.
I love
She's
the traders.
she's a wonderful host, just fantastic for who she is. But also, I don't know like any of their celebrities, so to me, they're just people who happen to
Yeah,
have kind of like celebrity jobs. So maybe they're a news anchor, maybe they're an athlete, maybe they have something else going for them. But I don't know them, and when I
right.
do know them, I'm like, well, this is awesome.
Well, I do like Dancing with the Stars. I like the reality TV shows where people like do something and learn something, not just following people around and them just being brats or just being hoity-toity or whatever. So yeah, so I do like Dancing with the Stars. It is a good show, and it is fun watching people get better and better, and then you thinking, "Hey, I could get better and better too if I spent 12 hours a day practicing and doing all that stuff."
It's
So
so true.
yeah, it's a lot of work, and they do a great job of it. So I'm proud of them. This one will go along with what we're going to talk about in a little bit. 6 years after The Mandalorian, Star Wars finally introduces its Baby Yoda replacement. On Vision Season 3 has a cute youngling to rival Baby Yoda. Star Wars Visions Season 3 came out on October 29th, just a couple of days ago. James and I have only watched a couple of the episodes, but by our next show, 2 weeks from now, we will give you a full rundown of all of the shows on there. But the second episode, titled The Song of Four Wings, centers on a scouting mission gone wrong, in which a rebel princess finds a town that was decimated by the Empire alongside a sole survivor. That survivor is an alien youngling named Wumpas, who is just as cute, if not more so, than Baby Yoda. Whether it's the animated nature of Star Wars Visions, which leads to the cuteness of the animated youngling, or the design and sound of the creature himself, Wumpas makes a big impression in only a short time. So I did watch this one already, and
Me
then I
too.
think good you did as well. I think this creature is cute. I think what it is, and it's why baby animals and baby cartoons are always super cuter than normal, is because they make babies, yup, with really big eyes. And once their proportions are off centered and the eyes are bigger, they definitely look a lot cuter. And this creature is definitely one of them with some very big, cute eyes.
Massive.
Massive. His eyes are almost like an owl. Like his eyes are almost his whole head, to
Yeah,
the point that I didn't even see like a mouth or anything. Because he had like a brown, it almost looked like a hood over his head.
really did. Yeah.
Yeah. And so was he cute? Yes. Did he have giant eyes? Yes. Will we maybe even see some character, some toys of this little, like a plushie of this guy? Probably. I would think maybe one or two. Is he going to replace Norman, as we call him, or Grogu, as the rest of the world calls him? I don't think so, but we will see.
I don't think so either. We don't
Yeah.
have the mystery of, oh my gosh, it's another Yoda species. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Baby Yoda? And I don't think Visions will ever quite get as mainstream as a show like The Mandalorian, no matter how incredible the art and storytelling continues to be.
I agree 100%. So, is he cute? Yes. Will he replace him? No. All right. Mark Hamill on passing the Star Wars baton to Ryan Gosling. Mark Hamill says, I've had my time. Star Wars star Mark Hamill has no Yoda like words of wisdom for the younger generation of creators now taking ownership of the sci fi franchise. The Luke Skywalker actor was recently asked about the upcoming new sequel, Star Wars Starfighter, and its lead actor Ryan Gosling, and came up empty in the advice department. Hamill characterized himself as a Gosling admirer, expressing particular appreciation for the Oscars nominee performance as Beavis and Butthead on a 2024 episode of SNL. The Long Walks actor latest torch passing Star Wars comments come after remarks he made back in May in which he seemed to indicate that he had left the franchise far, far behind him. So here's what he said. I am so grateful to George Lucas for letting me be part of that back in the day. The humble days when George called Star Wars the most expensive, low budget movie ever made. We never expected it to become a permanent franchise and a part of pop culture like that. But my deal is, I had my time. I'm appreciative of that, but I really think they should focus on the future and all the new characters. So Mark Hamill says, thanks, take over. I don't want it anymore.
What a call out of that's the thing you call out Ryan Gosling for? His 2024
His-
appearance on SNL?
SNL.
Like, I feel like I just tuned you out from the rest of this. 'Cause I'm like, he has been like the
He's
new
been in-
Pedro Pascal, where he had before Pedro Pascal, he was like in everything, the hot
Yep.
leading man after Barbie, and like, okay, yeah. But you know, in fairness, I'll say good for Mark Hamill for understanding that the franchise is continuing and it doesn't have to be him, and he can celebrate that it's going to go on to be whatever it is, and it was what it was. I really appreciate that lack of ego from him.
Yes, I agree 100% as well. I think it's awesome that he's like, no, I don't need to be a part of it. Let me out. It's okay. I'm okay with it. So are we. This article says Star Wars releases a backdoor pilot for its most exciting new TV show. Star Wars has just released a backdoor pilot for its most exciting TV show of all the upcoming Star Wars TV shows in the development. Ahsoka season 2 is definitely the biggest, with Star Wars movies being ushered back into the spotlight. Ahsoka is the only live-action TV series for Lucasfilm left to release. That said, there are many Star Wars animated TV shows set for release in the coming years. One is Maul Shadow Lord, which I'm very excited to see. The highly anticipated story that will finally make Maul a lead character. About time. Yeah, he was great in. Was it in Rebels or yeah, it was in Rebels.
Rebels,
Yeah, he was awesome in that. Another show was first announced alongside Maul Shadow Lord at Star Wars Celebration 2025, with October of that year marking the secret release of its pilot. Star Wars Vision Season 3 contains another ninth Jedi episode. And what they're saying is with Vision 3, I didn't see this episode yet, but the third installment of the show marks another 9 anthology episodes from various animation studios, allowing Star Wars to explore stories it never has before. It's Star Wars to explore stories it never has before. There we go. One such story, however, follows on from a Star Wars Vision Season 1 episode, the Night Jedi Child of Hope. Ninth. Wait, they said two different words here. This one
They're
says
making this really difficult on you.
they are Night. That's Night Jedi Child of Hope. And then the next paragraph, it says the ninth, Ninth Jedi Child of Hope, continues the story of Kara, the daughter of a lightsaber smith who was secretly forging the ancient weapons for the Jedi after her father was discovered by sinister forces. Kara went on a quest to find him with two Jedi allies. The ninth Jedi Child of Hope, that's what they said, more than the 9. So I'm saying that somebody's had a typo. It wasn't
Yep,
me.
it is the ninth Jedi Child of Hope. Confirmed.
There we go.
on Disney Plus.
There it is. So yes, it will be its own series after Visions came out.
Cool.
So it's going to be its own series, which is going to be supposedly following her on her quest. Served as the backdrop pilot for an upcoming Star Wars show. It announced that Star Wars Visions Presents a Ninth Jedi will be released in 2026. So the Child of Hope will continue as a whole series all by itself. So that should be pretty interesting. So that'd be fun. So if you want to know what's coming up, you can watch that in uh, season 3 of Visions, and then you can see what you're expecting to come next.
I love that. Like I have said very often how much I love the animation style that we get from all the different anime formats, just because they come from different studios with different visions and different visuals and ideas. And I am totally on board with letting one of these build out. I haven't seen this one, so I'm hoping that it is that compelling to really kind of draw you in and really make that happen and go from there.
Yes, me too. I agree with everything you just said. So I don't need to say it again. I know you're very upset about this one. This one is very heartbreaking.
I'm ready to be upset.
Okay. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures was supposed to have a fall 2025 release, but not anymore. Now it's been delayed to 2026 to an undated time in 2026. So I know you're extremely upset because I know how
I
much you love the Young Jedi Adventures.
I like Young Jedi Adventures, so I am upset about this. So
It is actually a cute show. I have seen a couple of episodes of it. It is cute. It is good for the kids, and it is fun that you see all these different more cutesy, big-eyed, kid versions of Star Wars characters. So
they
I
they tell
have
great stories. They don't move too fast, so there's just a lot going on for them that can really do well for it.
yes.
So I want them to continue on with things like that. But I'm willing to wait. That's okay. You know, we'll see if the Star Wars history of am I waiting or is it just getting
Is
canceled?
it
Like
going to
things
get canceled?
happen.
Yeah,
Could be tragic, but
it could be. I hope
so
not.
be it.
So be it. All right. And then this isn't really an article, but this is just some informative information for everybody. Life Day is coming up. And unfortunately, Life Day will be the next time we record, which will be next 2 Mondays from now. On November 17th is the unofficial Star Wars Life Day in Earth terms. But
Mhm.
Life Day was a holiday of Wookiee tradition that celebrates family, joy, and harmony. Values and tenets of Wookiee culture, traditionally held at the Tree of Life on the forested Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk. Celebrations were held by people across the Star Wars after the dark times of the Galactic Empire, making the Wookiee holiday their own. People mark the day with festivals, with festive decor, lights, feast, and music, where sentiments were reminded of compassion and the promise of the tree of life. So, this Life Day came from the Star Wars holiday special, which is that on Disney Plus or no? Or are they still refusing to put it on Disney Plus?
I think they brought it back, but I could
Okay.
be wrong. We're gonna search real time
All right.
and
Search
see what
real time.
happens.
So the Star Wars holiday special was
Is
was a
not only the Lego
okay.
holiday special.
Okay. Um it was a very interesting uh special that ran on, I want to say, ABC. And there's a whole thing, we might even have to do a whole thing about it, because one of Nick and I's very first episodes, maybe way back episode 4, episode 5, we watched it live and commented, and it
Incredible.
was so bad and it's so funny. But it was like a Star Wars variety show that has now lived in infamy because it was so weird and so bad and so strange. But the whole purpose of it was trying to get Chewbacca home for Life Day. But then they had all these other things going on and all this weird stuff. So that's where it started. And then I don't even know when, maybe I'm just more in tune to it recently. But it feels to me like only recently have people really started to pay close attention to this whole Life Day as a holiday. And
Hmm.
then they made it on November 17th because that was the day that the Star Wars holiday special came out on television. So that's when the Life Day uh, happens.
That makes
Um,
sense.
so it is the day after my birthday. So we will definitely have to celebrate that as
Big
well.
reason to celebrate. Yes.
Big reason to celebrate. So yeah, so Life Day is a very good, wholesome, good holiday to celebrate where you're talking about doing all the right things and everything like that. And it's a shame that we don't actually have this as a real holiday, but enough Star Wars people are trying to make it a holiday. So I wanted to, and I think even the in Star Wars Legends. Okay, Star Wars Holiday Special Television Variety Show. This is it, November 17th, 1978 is when it came out in 1978, and then they hid it for years before they had this thing called YouTube. Nobody could find it because George Lucas was so, I don't want to say embarrassed by it, but just it was so bad that he was like, nope. Um,
We're just
so
3 years away from a 50th anniversary. So
maybe
big
they'll
things
release it in
coming.
movies in the movie
You know
theater.
something's gonna happen with it for a 50-year. People are gonna be
Oh,
all on board with that.
they're
So
definitely going to be all on board of it. Um, but I forget where I was watching. I was watching some behind the scenes about it, and George Lucas was determined to have a show all about Chewbacca. And the writers were like, you know that we don't understand anything that Chewbacca says. And he was like, that's okay. They'll be able to act it out. And I want to say there's an incredible amount of time in the very beginning, 10, 15 minutes, where there's no English being spoken at all for the first like 15 minutes of it. It's just the Wookiees grunting at each
I
other.
love this so much. Yep.
And Grandpa was the best. I mean, I don't know if you watched it, but he was way into this. Like, oh, you got to watch it. I don't want to ruin it for you, but
Okay.
but yeah, the Grandpa Wookie is amazing in this. He is unbelievable. So between now and November 17th, check it out on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube, but you can't find it on Disney Plus or anywhere else. But you can definitely watch some pirated episodes on YouTube because it is classic and it is so bad. The only good thing that came out of it was there is a cartoon in there, a Boba Fett cartoon, which is the introduction of Boba Fett as well. And
Yep.
and that was really good. That was the highlight of it. There's I think it was, is it B. Arthur? It's not B. Arthur. There was a whole scene of one of the Golden Girls. Who was the main Golden Girl?
Betty White.
Not Betty White.
You're
Maybe it
right
was
with B.
B. Arthur.
Arthur.
Then it was B. Arthur. Yeah, B. Arthur sings this whole song. She works in a cantina, all about how it's the last how it's closing time. Get out. So
Amazing.
she sings a whole song basically like kicking everybody out of the cantina. So it is amazing. All right, that is enough of the Star Wars news for me. I had enough for you. So now what is this one more link? Let me just okay. Oh,
One
we'll
more
get into it
thing.
later. No, one more thing. No, we're not going to get into that now. Maybe we'll get into it later. If we get to this in the list, I will ask you about this. But
Excellent.
do you have a Jedi of the Week for us?
I do.
All right. Well, then let's hear it. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm the Jedi of the week. I've been running it like I be Yoda for a minute. Putting on a clinic with my homie Obi-Wan Kenobi. Can you feel it? On the field like a real one. Yeah. I'm the one like my first name was Anakin.
All right. I'm going to stop there because that's when it starts to get silly. All right.
It sure
Let's
does.
hear it.
So I had no idea how hard it was going to be to find a Jedi with the letter F as a starting name.
Oh,
that
no.
actually exists. But I found one.
Oh, good.
It took some digging, but I'm going to tell you about Finn Urte.
Finn Urte.
Finn Urte. And so you know the theme music is still playing.
Oh,
It's like we're just
Sorry
gonna keep
about that.
on cruising
We're
through it.
just gonna keep going. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. It stopped
Oh,
now. At least it should be. Yeah.
it is. Yep. It's like we'll just see what happens, right? We can vamp for a couple minutes.
Hmm.
But Finn Urte is a Twi'lek Jedi Knight. Makes a very brief appearance in episode 2 Attack of the Clones, but does survive because Finn Urte is best known for being killed in a lightsaber duel by Darth Maul while attempting to save the life of her comrade who was fighting Savage Opress.
Very nice.
And so this green Twi'lek was out there doing things, being a part of it, and trying to be involved, but is good proof of just how many Jedi there were out there in the world. And some of them got names and got screen time, while others, who knows where they are.
Where they
So
are, yes.
good for Finn for being part of the goal of, peace and whatever else the Force wanted to bring out there. She is wanted to be a Jedi just enough, and here she is, nice, courageous Twi'lek out in the world, dying to a not quite Sith, but wannabe Sith. It's complicated at the time, but fighting the good fight. Finn Urte, our
Finn
Jedi of the week.
Urte. I love it. Was that when was that in what TV show was she killed in? Was it in the Clone Wars or
It
was
was
it
in
in
Clone Wars. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yes. I'm looking her up right now on Wikipedia, and I do remember seeing her and seeing this battle in Clone Wars. I didn't know if it was Clone Wars or if it was in Rebels, but yes.
Yep. So
So
she's got 3 episodes of Clone Wars. You can find her in Grievous Intrigue, but she's not credited in that episode, just
okay.
unnamed. Then she shows up in Wookiee Hunt, and then she shows up in flashbacks in the episode called Revival.
Very nice. All right. So if you want to find out more about Finn Urte, or at least see her in
Yeah,
action,
be her biggest fan.
yes,
Yeah.
you can watch her in those 3 episodes. Very nice. All right. Well, that wraps that up. Let's take a quick commercial break. Do I have the fake commercials? And no, I forgot all about the fake commercials until just now. So we won't get into that. But we'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, um unless you have and do you have you been listening to a new book real fast or no?
I have not. I
Okay.
had one on my list to start, but school's been busy.
I understand. Yes, I have not either even finished the book that I was reading. So, we're going to skip book talk for this week. We'll come back to it later, and we will go to a commercial, and then we'll come back with our lists, and more lists right after this. All right. I hope you're a gambler because I'm sure that was a gambling commercial right there.
Mm,
There's been a lot of them recently. Oh, on DL Weekly last week. What was it? It was all 4 commercials were for the same thing.
incredible.
Yeah. Darn it, I can't remember what it was. Anyway, whatever. All right, our main topic, James. This is your idea, and then you decided to put an extra twist on it and make it more difficult for me. So,
I
uh,
sure did.
yeah. So let's hear what your plan is here, my friend.
So I have 16 lists of 5 different things related to Star Wars. And as is a definite hot trend in the shorts media content, you have no idea what is on my lists. You are aware of my lists, but you don't know what's on them. And
No.
so, what I'm going to do is give you the lists one at a time and ask you to blindly rank the things I give you 1 through 5. So, if I was to ask you to rank your favorite Wookiees in order,
Oh,
you don't
okay.
know if I'm going to give you Chewbacca or if I'm just going to start off with like Gunji and go from there. And so you have to choose, is this worth 1 for me, or should I bury them in the middle, or is this my least
Yes.
favorite? And we're going to see how great or terrible your lists are. Then we can talk about it afterwards and let you
All
edit them
right.
out.
I think I think they're going to be terrible. But that's just my opinion because I don't know. I'm just scared. So let's hear it. Let's see what I have to go off of here and find out how bad my lists are going to be in
It is
comparison to
perfect.
what you think.
Perfect permission to have great opinions.
There you go. Yes. I love
Nothing
everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even if they're wrong. So yeah, go ahead.
exactly. So
Exactly.
let's find out. All right. So list number one is lightsaber battles.
Okay.
The first one I would like you to rank is Luke versus Vader in The Empire Strikes Back, or as we could call it, the iconic I Am Your Father duel.
The I am your father duel. That's a tough one because I know what I want to be my number one, but I don't know if you're going to ask me that or not. So I'm going to
Mhm.
put that one at. I'm going to put that one at 3.
Three. Okay.
At 3. Also,
Solid.
do you know how many times people get that quote wrong?
Oh, so often.
So often, and I forget what it's called. My kids were telling me about there's like
The
a
Mandela effect.
yes, the Mandela effect. Yes. I
Yep.
even threw in extra words when I was telling it to people. I was like, "Oh no, this is what he really says." I had a whole monologue there. It was ridiculous. But he never says the word Luke.
Nope. Not in that sentence, at
Not
least.
in that
So
sentence, no.
can't
All
go
right,
with
so
it.
that's 3 for me so
Number
far.
three. All right. My second one for you then is Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Maul, the Duel of Fates in Phantom Menace.
Not even have to think about it. That one's number 1. Duel of
That
Fates is
is your iconic battle.
that is my
Wow.
iconic battle. So much so that I even have it queued up on YouTube right now so that I can think about and figure out if I can figure out how to put that video clip up here, I would show it all off because it's so good. I love that whole scene. Just Qui-Gon when he first walks in and he's behind everybody else and he's like, "We'll take care of this." And I'm just like, "Oh, that's such a BA move. That's such a great move."
Mhm.
So yeah, so
Mhm.
that is my number 1. Duel of Fates is number 1.
Well, thank goodness I didn't make you wait too long to start having doubts if I was going to add in the list then.
Yeah. The last one is like is the worst one, and I'm like, "Well, I gotta put that one at number 1 because you never said Duel of Fates, so
Yep. Ooh, that could have been tragic.
it could have
But
been tragic."
we'll see. All right. So our third one on this list, you've got 2, 4, and 5 left, is Anakin versus Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith, the Battle of the High Ground of Mustafar.
That is gonna be my number 2. Um, I just love that whole, "I was your friend, Anakin." Just such a great breaking Obi-Wan's heart, breaking his soul, and just seeing how twisted Anakin's mind is and seeing that this is finally the moment. I wanted that whole episode to see him turn into Darth Vader, and we have to wait till the very end of the movie for this to happen, and then all you see is just at the very end, that's it, and I'm like, ugh. So, yes, so that is a great scene. That is
Yeah.
my number 2, yes.
This is where we would disagree. That would have been my number 1.
Okay. All
I
right.
think the emotion and the choreography of that one is just a little bit better as we go through it. And it has much more of a satisfying end to it than the other one does.
Yeah.
But Maul, probably my favorite lightsaber wielder. But
Yes. The only thing I didn't like about Duel of the Fates was you could tell that the whole thing was done in a green screen.
yeah,
And like if they would have done it in a practical set or even like half of it in a practical set instead, it would have looked even better. But anywho, okay. So we got 1, 2, and 3 out of the way. So
yep.
now we're battling for 4 and 5.
4 and 5. So without knowing your last one, number 4 for you is Rey and Kylo Ren versus the Praetorian Guards in The Last Jedi, the throne room team up.
I see. So now this is tough because it's like, but what if the other one is better than this one? So
Right.
I'm gonna say 5 only because I don't know what the next one is, and I'm hoping that the next one is better. This is still a good scene, and it's a great lightsaber battle between the two of them actually working together. But I'm going to put it at 5.
Mhm. I love so much of the cinematography on this one,
Mhm.
like the open up with everything of showing them split back to back and everything. It's so nicely done in that sense. But
Yeah.
all right, so that means your number 4 is Obi-Wan versus Vader in A New Hope, the original slowest lightsaber battle in history.
Yes, the worst acted lightsaber battle, the slowest lightsaber battle, the most boring lightsaber battle, but the first lightsaber battle that we really see as a lightsaber battle. So it's also the most iconic. Now, is it was Darth Vader just doing this with one hand for a couple of times?
Yep.
And then did Ben just say, "Oh, I'm gonna let him kill me now because then I can become a spirit?" But yes, but it was iconic, and I was hoping that that would fall into the 4 spot there. So, all right, good. I'm glad they landed the way I wanted them to.
I think you nailed this list. So,
Oh,
like,
good.
we
Well,
may
thank you.
disagree 1 versus 2, but
But they're both 1 and 2 is right there, so that's good. Perfect.
I can respect this list 100%. So,
And especially since I had no clue what was coming, that's a lot of fun.
absolutely. All right. So now we will raise the stakes a little bit on this next one, and we'll make it a little less obvious, probably.
Okay.
So category number 2, droids. Your favorite droids.
This one's gonna be tough. I can
This
tell
one's
you that.
hard because I feel
Yeah.
like there's a lot of big favorite droids out
Uh-huh.
there. All right. So droid number 1, R2D2.
Um, because he's the Swiss Army knife of droids, because he has the second best personality, I think, of all the droids. That's even tough. I don't know. When I originally made my list, I put him at 1, but since you're giving him to me first, I don't want to put him at 1 if this is the first one you're giving me, because then I'm like, what if you're giving me droids that I didn't even think of on the list? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that one is so much better.
Ooh,
Uh no, I'm still gonna go with 1. I think he's the
1.
number one Star Wars droid of all time because he and C3PO have been there from the beginning, and I think he's better than C3PO. And yeah, so I'm gonna put him at number 1. So we're starting right away with number 1. We'll see what happens after that.
If you know you love it, you can't go wrong with it,
Mhm.
right? All right. Droid number 2, BB-8.
See, I think I'm gonna put him kind of low.
Okay.
He was okay. He was kind of like what they were trying to make the new R2D2 was BB-8, and
Totally.
but he didn't fully live up to BB-8. So I'm gonna actually put him at 5.
5.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna put him at 5.
Okay. Okay. 5 it is. Droid number 3 for you then, somewhere in the middle, C3PO.
Oh, I should have put him at 4 then.
Oh, wait, what?
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna
He's
put
that
C3.
annoying?
He's it's just that I'm putting him at 4 because not that he's annoying, but because I like all the other droids better.
Okay.
Um, they never tell me the odds. Don't tell me the odds, C3PO. Stop it. So yeah, so I'm gonna put C3PO at 4 because I'm hoping that what you're gonna give me are going to be better than C3PO.
Okay. Okay. I can respect that. Very much the Jar Jar of the generation, right? So
Yes. I wouldn't put him at Jar Jar level. He's definitely above Jar Jar, but yes,
still
of the
annoying.
droids, he's still, yeah,
All right. Your fourth option, either 1 or 2 or either 2 or
2 or
3,
3.
K2SO.
Okay. I'm gonna put her at 3. I do like her a lot. She is all we're starting a revolution
Oh,
was
no,
just
no,
as
that's
oh,
L337.
that's
K2SO
L337.
is
Oh,
Andor's buddy.
okay. He's also fun. How did you know it wasn't me that you were shooting? They were like, I knew it wasn't you.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm still putting him at 3.
Okay.
He's fun. He definitely has more personality than C3PO. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna put him at 3. So that's fine. Yeah, 3 is good.
And that means your second favorite droid of the 5 I'm giving you, you foreshadowed
Oh,
L337.
there we go. Good. I was really hoping that Chopper was going to be in there somewhere because I really like Chopper as well.
He
Um,
he was the bait for sure.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, come on, one of these has to be Chopper. Uh, but yeah, she's awesome. K2SO is awesome. And not that C3PO isn't awesome because he's been in everything, but he's just so whiny and whatever. And
He's
then
such a
BB,
love it or hate it. Yeah.
yeah, and then BB-8 was just a replacement for R2D2, so he didn't really do much for me, as much as I would really hope that he would have. So, what was your list compared to my 5?
My number one, far and away on this group, is K2SO. I think K2SO has the best personality, the best
Okay.
one-liners, mixes in. I want more K2SO in this. So when Andor showed up and there was teasing like K2SO is going to show up, I
Uh
was
huh.
just so ready for it. And like I'm so sad that there was only a little bit of it, but the timeline
Yeah.
makes sense with what they did. Favorite droid by far. Um, Chopper is definitely in there on the mix. Had he been in there, but then I think my list goes pretty similar to yours. I'd probably go R2, L3, BB8, C3PO.
Okay.
So C3PO, yeah, and I think the good thing about the droid list is like none of them are bad necessarily. Like if we were
No.
doing a standard tier list, like
Yeah.
C3PO is still like B tier for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. There was a clip that I just saw with Alan Tudyk. I think that's how you say his last name. Who
Alan
did?
Tudyk, yeah.
Yeah. When he was talking to Andor and they were talking and he kept calling him whatever and K2SO and he was like, "I just want a real name." And then he goes, "Like what?" And he goes, "Gary." Gary's a real name. And
Amazing.
Andor just like lost it. Like he just started laughing hysterically. And the heading was when your ad lib makes it into the movie. So it was great.
Amazing.
But that was so like his personality too was like, call me Gary.
Man, we get Gary and Norman showing up together.
Yeah,
This is
Norman
gonna
and
be a
Gary.
good
Oh my
time.
gosh, it'll be a good that's a party.
Oh yeah. All right, let's move on to list number 3 for you. And this
All
time,
right.
bounty hunters.
Okay. This will
Put
be
these
tough.
in your order. So we are going to start with everyone's favorite Trandoshan, Bosk.
Oh, see, because he's good. I don't know who else you're gonna offer to me.
Right?
The problem is because he could be anywhere from 3 to 5. I don't think he's 1 or 2. I read some of the Bounty Hunters Guild books were amazing, and
Oh,
he's
cool.
a major, player in that, so after reading that, I definitely like him a lot more.
Mhm. He's Tag's favorite character to play in Star Wars Battlefront. So
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna put him at 3 because I don't know what else is coming.
3. All right. Next bounty hunter for you then is Django Fett.
See, I have when I was making my own list, I had a tie with him and Boba, but I can't do that. So,
Nope.
mm, see, because without Jenga, there wouldn't be a Boba,
Hmm.
and not Dad Bod Boba, but original Boba is the best bounty hunter. So, if he's on the list, I don't want to have father son back to back because there's somebody who I think is better in there. So I'm gonna have to put him at 4 because I put
4.
Bosk at 3, and I'm
Hmm.
hoping my 1 and 2 are gonna both show up. So we'll see.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yes, I'm a little scared.
All right. Third one to rank, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian.
Oh, crud.
Showing up too early.
Yeah, yeah. Now I want to redo this whole list. Oh no.
The perks
Um,
of blind, right?
yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to. Darn it! All right, I'm putting Din Djarin at 2,
Two.
and I'm not upset about that. I just really should have rethought my original first 2 choices here. Ugh.
I mean,
Okay,
Bosk first was a tough one because you didn't know
yeah,
who was gonna
didn't
show
know
up.
who else you were gonna ask about.
Yep. All right. So, our bounty hunter number 4, Cad Bane.
See, that's who I wanted to put it to. I would have put him at 2, and then I would have put Mando at 3, and then probably of who you've given me so far, Bosk at 5, and then Django at 4, leaving room for the greatest bounty hunter of all time to be at 1. And if you don't ask me that one, I'm going to be very disappointed. Um, so I'm still leaving 1 open. So where does Cad Bane fit in there? Does he go to? He
5.
goes to 5. Oh God, this is so painful. No, this is horrible. I don't like it. All
We
right.
finally got a list that you're so upset about.
I'm so upset about because this is so wrong. This is so
Yep.
wrong. But okay, go ahead. So
All
Cad's
right.
at 5.
So number 1, IG-8. Just kidding. Boba Fett original trilogy
Yes,
pure and
original.
bubbly.
Yes. Okay. At least number 1 is safe and secure in the
Woo.
right spot. Yes. Oh man. That one was tough. That was good because
I
you
want
gave
I, w-
yeah.
I want to hear more about this. Cad Bane is number 2 for you. That is not what I expected.
Okay,
So
I think because he was really good in was he in Rebels? I want to say he was in Rebels.
he was in. I think he's shown up in. Oh yeah, he was a Dave Filoni. I think he showed up in Clone Wars as well briefly, if I
Yeah,
remember.
I
He
think
was definitely a
so.
big player in Rebels.
Yeah. So Cad Bane, um, he was all right. Let's see in Wikipedia. I got to go all the way to the bottom where it says.
That's
Let
right.
me
I'll
try
punish
this.
myself with this terrible list with more of my sour beer. So
There you go. Yeah, drink some more of that stuff. Yeah. So he was. Oh no, it moved on me. Behind the scenes, he was in. Oh, go down there. There we go. Star Wars. Appearances in games. There we go. He was in a whole bunch of Clone Wars. He was in the Bad Batch. He was in Rebels. The Book of Boba Fett as a live action version of himself, which was
he was a
awesome.
cool villain. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So and then Star Wars Tales of the Underworld. The Good Life, first identified as Colby, and then A Good Turn. What is Star Wars Tales of the Underworld? Was that
Those were the shorts,
the
like
shorts? Yeah, yeah.
Tales of Jedi.
So he was just like a great bad guy because he was very Western, very cowboy, very like I'll see you at noon. When the clock tower strikes 12, I'll shoot you down. And then when we saw him in uh, the Boba Fett, when he was in Book of Boba Fett, was really good. Um, so yeah, so I really really like him as a bounty hunter. I feel like in the second generation of bounty hunters, um, like the Dave Filoni era of bounty hunters, that
Mhm.
he was like their number one like new cool bounty hunter type guy. So
Yeah.
yeah, he was awesome. I really enjoyed him a lot, which is why I wanted to put him at 2.
I
But
love
then
hearing that. So I feel like he's one that's like underappreciated. Like a lot of the
yeah,
bounty hunters, as they've gotten a little more personality, especially like the original ones that showed up, like Dangar, I feel like is
uh-huh.
underappreciated and super cool for how he goes through everything. I mean, he's got like iconic lines like "You're gonna take a dirt nap," and I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, like I want a bounty hunter to be that kind of
Yeah.
crazy with it. So
But it's funny because when he started, he was they just found like almost like a mummy costume and they said you just go stand in the back. And it was
seriously,
like and the character who played him was like a former professional boxer. So it was really cool that they just wanted a big thug to be back there.
yeah.
And then I do like when they turn minimal characters and give them bigger roles like that. So yeah, he's a good one as well. They definitely turned him into more than what he was when we saw him in the original series. So
definitely. So, all right, good vibes. All right, next category: different species across the Star Wars universe is what we're gonna.
okay, this is going to be tough.
This is gonna be tough.
Yes.
So, first species, Wookiees.
See, I really like Wookiees, but other than the holiday special, we've only really seen two. If you watch Rebels, there was a whole. They were all being captured as slaves, and then we saw what was the young Wookiee's name in one of the cartoons?
Gunji.
Gunji, yes, the one you mentioned earlier. Yeah,
Yep.
so we got Gunji. He made a bigger appearance, and we have what's it? Karsheshian Car. What's the big bounty hunter Wookiee guy's name?
Oh, that's a really great question. I'm not
We
gonna think of
s-
that one.
we
Yep.
saw him in Book of Boba Fett.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
And then there's the Jedi Wookiee from the Acolyte as well.
yes, Christian Black Krishestan. I
Yeah.
can't say it right. KRRSANTAN.
Yeah.
Chrysantin, something like.
Kristen?
Yeah,
Yeah. Kind of like
yeah,
the hired gun, the brute force.
yeah. He
Yeah.
turned out really cool in Book of
He
Boba Fett.
did.
I really liked him in Book of Boba Fett. He was awesome. So, we have been seeing more and more Wookiees. I just think, I mean, Wookiees are awesome because they're just so big and strong and whatever. I don't know what other species you're coming up with. I'm gonna put him at 3, even though when I made a list myself, he was a little bit lower. But yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
put Wookiees at 3.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on to our next one. And I'm very excited to hear your initial reaction when I tell you Ewoks.
Yes, I love Ewoks. I'm that
Good.
generation.
Good.
Because Nick and I have had a battle over Ewoks versus Porgs, and
Ooh.
so he's younger than me. So Porgs were his cute little species animal, and I was a Return of the Jedi big fan of Return of the Jedi as a kid. So Ewoks were my species. Um, I'm gonna put them at. I don't want to put them at 2, but I don't want to put them at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I Ooh, I think I'm gonna put them without knowing. I'm gonna have to put them at 4.
4. Excellent.
Yeah,
On the list. I am with you though. Ewoks better than Porgs.
good.
Even though I am of that younger generation, I feel like the Ewoks contributed.
Yes, yeah. The porgs were just cute birds that were puff birds that were living on the island. That they said, "Hey, let's turn these into some Star Wars creatures
Yes.
instead."
Nothing
So
changes if they don't exist.
that's
Other than
right.
we
Other
lose a
than
line of dialogue.
yeah, and Chewbacca goes a little hungrier because he has to find something else to eat.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. 3 and 4 off the board. Your third species, Gungans.
Oh, Gungans have to be 5.
Oh,
I could care
wow.
less about Gungans. Yeah.
Put them down.
Although, I mean, they were huge in the battle. There was just that one Gungan that just ruins it for everybody.
Mhm.
I'm still putting them at 5 because there's other species that I like better. And hopefully those better species show up.
All right. 1 or 2 then. Your next species, Porgs.
Oh, no. Really? Oh, forget it. I'm out. I'm going home. I quit. All right. I mean, I might as well just make them 1 at this point because they shouldn't be either of those 2. But all right.
After such nice lists, I do this to
Yeah.
you.
You do this to me now. Oh, all right. Well, porgs are 2, even though they're not, but whatever.
So that means your favorite of these 5 species is not a bad pick. It's the Rancors.
Okay. I was really waiting for humans to show up in there
Oh,
because
that's boring.
they're the number one species of the galaxy. Um, I even was on my list. I had Twi'leks in there, and I had a tie with Tuscans and Jawas because they
Ooh.
kind of like work together, even though they
Mhm,
don't work
mhm.
together, but you see them together. So, yeah. So, all right. Well, porks and rancors. Rancors are cool. Even in Rebels, when they saved the baby rancor, which we then learn that they saved it to give to Jabba the Hutt. So maybe that rancor was
Could
the
be.
rancor that killed Luke, but the people tried to do some timeline things there, and it may not have worked out. But anyway,
All right,
all
give
right.
yourself redemption. How would you actually order Wookiees, Ewoks, Gungans, Porgs, and the Rancors?
Okay, so porgs would have been 5. I probably would have put rancors. So of those, I would put Ewoks at 1. What were the other choices in between there?
Wookiee, Gungan,
Wookie.
Rancor,
Okay.
Porg.
Maybe I'd put Wookie 1, Wookie 1, Ewoks 2, Rancors 3, Porgs 5, and whatever the Gungan 4.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a good list. I would agree with that list.
Yeah. See, that list makes sense. The one you
Yep.
made me pick, not so much.
How dare I not give
How
you a
dare
good option after Wookiees, really?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
terrible.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Well, now that I've got you on your back foot, we'll go to planets next.
See, this is going to be tough also because there's so many to choose from. We know there's 300,000 planets or whatever ridiculous number there is.
With all their own iconic reasons for it.
Yes. All right. This
So
is going to be tough.
I will play nice. We'll start easy. Tatooine.
Tatooine. Tatooine has been the focal point of so many different parts of Star Wars. So
The center of the universe and the
this,
outer rim.
yeah, exactly. Now that is a T-shirt. All right, so I'm gonna put them at 2, only because no, I'm gonna move them up to 1.
You want one?
Yeah, I because they've been such a focal point of so many different stories that they are, as you said, the central point of the Outer Rim. So yes, Tatooine 1. 1 is
All
off the
right.
table.
Respect it. Starting big. It paid off for
Mhm.
you last time you started off with one.
Yeah, I had a good list then.
Yep. All right. So let's see where you go. Next planet, Hoth.
Mm.
Not a lot of
So
screen time, but boy, is it iconic.
yes, very iconic, and it has. Oh, I can't even reach it. But anyway, um, speaking of Hoth, I was at the Wawa, which is like it's a
Ooh.
convenience store, gas station. I don't know,
Yep.
but like if you don't know, if you're not from this area, people are like, "Oh, it's just a gas station food," but it's not. It started out as a convenience store first, and then they got into gas stations also because whatever. Anyway,
There's a reason Wawa is top 3, along with Bucky's, and now
uh,
America's favorite from where I live, Quick Trip.
oh, see, we don't have Quick Trip here yet.
Nope, they are
So,
not spread out because they stay within a day's trucking distance of their distribution center. So they refuse
oh,
to go that far.
very smart. Yeah. So Wawa was starting. It was just Philadelphia area from Wawa, Pennsylvania. So Wawa is actually a place in Pennsylvania.
That's a
Um,
great name.
and the goose, the logo is whatever. Anywho, um, but it started here and then it just started to slowly spread out from Philly, but then suddenly they started popping up in Florida and then working their way up, and I think maybe now they're also working their way west as well. I don't know how far out they're going, but they're definitely spreading out further. We finally went to a Bucky's, and then we went to 2 this summer.
Ooh,
Um 2 different Bucky's, by the way. One in Virginia, which is the closest one to us, only 6-hour drive away. Uh
No
Well
big
worth
deal. Worth the
no
gas.
big deal. Burning all the gas just
Plenty
just
of pumps there to fill up, so you're
that
good.
is true. Yes. I think I know I haven't tried your convenience store yet, but I do like everybody's like, "Oh, Bucky's is a Walmart," but it's not a Walmart. It's just a very big convenience store that just has a lot of their own branded stuff, which I do appreciate, and I do
Yeah.
like some of their stuff. When we went there, it was very good. Um, but anyway, long story short, this wasn't the review of convenience stores.
Oh,
Uh,
I new top 5 list.
yeah. What does yours have that's like its significant thing? Like Wawa has like their hoagies, which aren't really good, but they're not bad. They're just like you can get a bigger, better hoagie from somewhere else. But like that's their food. And Bucky's has the brisket and all
Right.
that stuff.
Yeah. I think Quick Trip would argue their iconic thing is their Glazer donuts. So,
Okay. Okay.
kind of that Krispy Kreme style, but
Okay. They make them right there at the store
they make
or
them in their bakery and then get delivered same day. So,
okay. All right. Very cool. So that's why they
yeah,
want to be a distance, a close distance, because they don't
yeah,
want the
yeah.
donuts to go bad.
They have their own bakery, they have their own dairy, they have a lot of
Okay.
things that they just do right there in house and then ship off to stores. So,
Very nice. All right. Okay. Well, I won't ever see one around here, but if I come to visit you, I'm definitely gonna have to go check it out. Yes.
it's
Um,
hard to miss. But we're talking
but
about Hoth now.
back to Hoth. I saw a guy who had a hat on that was like some kind of a ranch hat, it had like a horse on it. And I was like, "Oh, that would be really funny if it was like Tauntaun Stables or something like
Oh
that."
man, that's great.
And instead of a horse in the middle of it, it was a Tauntaun up there. So I was like,
I would
"Oh,
love that.
yeah." So that's my next thing. I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to make that. But anyway, so with that being said, I don't even know what I had. I had Tatooine at 1.
Tatooine in 1.
Hoth is very important to the Star Wars universe. So I'm gonna put it at 2.
2. Love it.
Yes, because I don't know what else is coming, but I do think that is very important to the Star Wars universe.
Well, speaking of important to the Star Wars universe, your third option is Coruscant.
Oh, Coruscant. I'm gonna put Coruscant at 4 because I hope that something better that starts with the letter A shows up at some point in time because that one is.
Alderaan?
I'm not saying any. I'm not trying to skew the questions coming here, but
The list is set.
the
So,
list is set.
all right. So, 3 or 5 then goes to
Okay.
Mustafar.
Mustafar's is fun because that's what created our good friend Darth.
That's where he built his castle, which
That's
is
where he
so
built his
cool.
castle and everything, and it's got a huge Sith temple there. So I'm going to put that one at 3. And no matter what the last one is, it's at 5. So let's see what happens.
I think you're going to be very happy. Planet number 5 on my list, Canto Bite.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Yes, I would be very angry if Canto Bite was 3. Yes. So Canto Bite at 5. Canto Bite is a fun planet, but definitely not better than the other 4.
I think you are right. I am so high on the novella that I read about Canto Bite with all those stories in it. I really enjoyed it. Canto Bite was a great setting for it. But like just one book's not going to save a planet from being
Right.
as cool and great as the other ones.
Yeah, and especially since it was in a book and not in like a series or something like that.
Mhm.
It definitely does not make it as awesome as it could be.
Yes. Yep.
So
It just feels like a throwaway in the movie, kind of like we needed
yeah,
some sort of cool planet, so let's do this one.
let's do this one. And what's the one that Nick always talked about? It was even more a giant casino planet than this one, but I'll have to text him and find out for the next show. But he really loved this one planet that still has yet to make it into any type of
Mm,
mainstream Star Wars. But
okay.
it was kind of like what Canto Bite was, but like even worse than that. And I can't remember offhand what it was. But anywho, yeah. So all right, Canto Bite at 5 is fine.
Yep.
Canto Bite's a
Close.
good what? Oh,
quality list.
yeah,
I
quality list.
I'd probably put Coruscant higher for me just because of the importance of that and how much I love the idea of the city planet and how much it shows up.
Okay.
But and I think more than anything, I'm burnt out of Tatooine. Like your
Yeah,
argument of it does everything and it's always there, it makes sense and it's quality reasoning for the list. But if I didn't see Tatooine show up in a movie or a show for a good decade, I'd probably be pretty happy.
I'd be happy. But I bet you if you didn't, you'd be like, "Hey, what happened to Tatooine?"
That's
So
true. I probably would. So I can get behind that.
Mhm.
All right. List number 6. I'm really excited for this one.
Okay.
Blasters.
Okay, this is gonna be tough.
This one is gonna be tough. Blaster number 1. Padme's ELG-3A holdout blaster. That silver pistol that she's always dropping.
It's a pretty pistol, but hmm. See, it's funny because my list, I guarantee that 3 of the things on my list you're not going to ask me about. So this is
Oh,
tough as to where.
really?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you come up with, and then I'll tell you what I did when I made my list. So this will
Very excited
definitely
to
be
hear this.
yeah very interesting here. So I'm gonna put Padme's at 4.
4. 4. Safe choice. We like that. All right. Blaster number 2. Mando's Amban sniper rifle. And if you need to know which one it is, it's the one that disintegrates.
Disintegrates. Yes, that's a good one. That is the one that I put at 1. I didn't know if you were going to ask me about that one, but that is my number 1 because it was such a great line in was it Empire Return of the Jedi when Darth Vader tells Boba Fett no disintegration, and then
Mhm.
we see Mando do it, which is awesome. And that
It's so good.
rifle is also in the Boba Fett cartoon in the holiday special. That's the rifle that he has in that as well. So yes, I'm putting that at number 1 because disintegration is awesome.
It is such a terrifying thing.
Yes.
All right, your third blaster for this list, the classic Stormtrooper E11 blaster rifle.
Eh, maybe it's the rifle's fault that they can't hit anybody.
Maybe.
So I'm putting that at 5. It is classic and it is a good, you know, movie prop because they made thousands of them, but I'm putting it at
Standard
5.
issue. Yep.
Standard
Gotta
issue,
love it.
yeah. It's kind of
All
like
right.
it when watching the old GI Joe cartoons, and you had the main GI Joes, which were all different, and then you had the 100 green guys that were just running behind them.
Yes.
That,
How to keep repeating them.
mm-hmm.
All right. This leaves you 2 and 3. And
Okay.
you need to tell me where you want to put Chewbacca's bowcaster.
Okay. Good. I'm glad you picked that one because that's going at 2.
Okay.
That one's awesome. Even with Han Solo finally wielding it all the way at the end in Force Awakens, and wow, that's awesome.
I feel like that made it so much better because it's like, how long have you two been traveling together and you never thought to use it?
Use his weapon.
Or with all the dumb situations that they get
Uh-huh.
in, that was
Yeah.
never his only option. Like, how?
How was that never your option before to grab it and say, "Hey, let me try this"? Yeah, no, that was pretty funny. So that was a great line, which made it even better.
It was so good. Yep. Like Harrison Ford's delivery on 2. So
Mm-hmm.
speaking of, your number 3 is Han Solo's DL-44 right there
Which
on the
is
wall
up there
behind
behind
you.
me. Yep, there it is. That is number 3, and I think it's in a good spot there at number 3. I don't hate that there. I think take away the Force Awakens, that and the bowcaster may switch, but because of that awesome scene in line and Force Awakens, I think it definitely moved the bowcaster up a spot. So, yep.
That's like an argument I'm willing to hear because I would have put the DL-44 as my iconic blaster. I would have put that as my number 1.
As your number 1?
Yep. I think seeing him wield it, seeing how it
Yeah.
was used in Solo and everything, it's like,
But he always shoots like this. Like
yeah, it's messy.
it's a little messy. Yes, and but I think if once you see the disintegration sniper rifle and you see I think it was a Jawa that he shot that just and
Yep.
just disappeared, you're just like, what?
Yep.
That's what that looks like. So that was awesome. And I think that only that alone is what moved. I think the other two could go hand in hand because as much as you saw Han Solo wielding the DL-44, you saw Chewbacca wielding the bowcaster.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm also
that's
I'm also glad you put Padme's at 4. I think that is the proper spot for it on this
yeah,
list. Because
yeah.
exactly what you said, it's a pretty gun, but
It's a pretty gun. Yeah, but she didn't. Even if it was, did Princess Leia use Han Solo's gun? Or no, she used the stormtrooper
she used the
when
stormtrooper gun.
yeah,
Yeah.
when
To
she
blast through
blasted
them.
everybody away. Yeah. So for me, the two that I was hoping for, actually, I didn't know if the Mandalorian's iconic rifle, the Ambin Phase Pulse Blaster, if you were going to say that one or not, but
Mhm.
Ray's blaster, the LPA NN14, where would you
It is a
put
cool
that?
blaster.
Yeah.
Oh, I would probably still put that below Padme's.
Okay. Okay. And then the other one that I had on my list was Ezra Bridger's lightsaber blaster.
Oh, that one's good. Like, I love that they carried on his slingshot through something
Mm-hmm.
like that, and that felt so good to character. That one is really, really iconic for me in place, but it's, like, not a blaster at heart, so I probably end up penalizing a little bit. So I
Okay.
probably put it above Padme,
Okay.
but not quite with the rest of them. But
Okay.
gosh, is it cool.
It is so cool. I was really hoping that you could build that one, or at least buy that one and at Black Spire's Outpost.
Oh, I know. It's the right timeline, so you think it'll show up at
Yeah.
some point. So,
Hopefully. Hopefully it does.
oh, man.
All right. I think we can do one more for tonight and then we'll
Yeah,
call it a night because we're getting on here for a little while. So let's
yes.
get to one more thing.
All right, I'm gonna pick my last one, the one that I thought was my silliest of this list in terms of categories, but one of my favorites, and that is delivery of "I have a bad feeling about this."
Yes, I love it. When I saw that one, that made me literally laugh out loud, and I was like, "Oh yes, I love this."
Yeah,
So
everything else way too normal. So why? So
yeah,
we
so
will start
uh,
this one with Han Solo in the trash compactor of A New Hope.
so that's like the first time that we hear it, and it's before it becomes an iconic statement. But it is such a great
Mhm.
delivery of that line. Um, I don't know if there's even going to be there. I'm sure there's a bad reading of this line somewhere. I'm gonna put Han Solo's only because I don't know what else is coming. I'm gonna put it at 2, but I think I'm
Okay,
gonna regret that and probably wish that I had it at 1, but we'll see what happens. Okay, go ahead.
we'll see. All right, so your second one, Luke Skywalker approaching the Death Star, A New Hope.
Mm. Is that better or worse than Han Solo's?
Mhm.
That is the question. Is that better or worse than Han Solo's? I think it's 3. I don't think
3,
it's as good
okay.
as Han Solo's.
We're waiting for something to be better, and we'll find out
Yes.
if this
Uh,
is the one.
see if there's one that's better.
Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Geonosis Arena, Attack of the Clones.
That I think I'm probably gonna have to put that up higher just because I don't want to put it at 1, but I don't really have any other options. Um, because it's such a good reading of that line.
Yeah.
And at that point in time is when everybody was like, Who's gonna say it? When are they gonna say it?" And it was just such a good time to say it that it was like perfect for it. So, is it the best reading of this line? I don't know, but in the order that you've given them to me, I'm gonna put it at 1 because I can't see anything else being better than what's already on the board.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think that's
know.
fair.
Okay.
You are so right of like the fan service without being fan service.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we like that. All right, number 4, K2SO riding the elevator in Rogue One.
So that is
Gets
also fun. Yeah. that that is also fun. I'm gonna have to put that one because I only have 4 or 5 left, and I don't think that's a 5. I think that's a good one. So I'm gonna put that one a 4, and then whatever comes next will be 5.
So your big loser
Yeah.
is Lando Calrissian in the Kessel Run solo.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fine. Because that one that was a little too campy, I think, in my opinion for that line.
It was such a good delivery, if only because how well Donald Glover played young Lando
Yes.
Calrissian. Like
Yes.
absolutely iconic for me. Like I think maybe because of my generation stuff, I think of him as Lando before I tend to think of um and there goes his name.
Billy D.
Billy
Williams.
D. Williams. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, and that says a lot to me because I think Billy D. Williams is
Yeah.
incredible, absolutely incredible character with Lando. But that's where my brain goes, and he's just so good at delivering it. But you make the right point that it's just kind of in there for the sake of being in there, and
Yeah.
not the well done version like they did with Ewan McGregor's delivery.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the other delivery was a better place for it. It was almost like they put somebody in charge of trying to figure out when's the best time to say this line in this movie.
Yeah,
And it was like, "Ooh, I know when." And it was good, but it was just like, "Oh, there it is," type of thing.
yep.
So I don't know, but yeah, that was a fun one, and I even Googled and looked up where is it? Every nope, darn it, am I not going to have it now? Oh,
Did you
here it
find
is.
a list of every time it shows up?
Yeah, from cbr.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was in 2020. So it doesn't have any of the latest stuff, but from 5 years ago, every time I have a bad feeling about this is said in the films. And like you said, in New Hope, it said twice. The Empire Strikes Back. It said when Leia says she has a bad feeling without realizing the Falcon is sitting inside the mouth of a space thug.
Yep.
Return of the Jedi, C-3PO says it as they're walking into Jabba the Hutt's palace. The Phantom Menace, being the first thing Obi-Wan Kenobi says in The Phantom Menace, having just been graciously received by the Trade Federation for negotiation on the lifting of the blockade of Naboo.
That
There
was a
seems to
great
be,
delivery too.
yeah. There seems to be no reason to worry. Nevertheless, he is vindicated when he and Qui-Gon are attacked moments later. And then the Attack of the Clones scene was awesome, the one you were talking about. Revenge of the Sith. General Grievous as the hangar door bays on Grievous's ship close, they make one final push, prompting Obi-Wan to express his misgivings in classic Star Wars fashion. In The Force Awakens, Han Solo says it again. He finds himself cornered by the Kanji Kalub and the
Kanji Club. Yep.
yes, and the Gavarian Death Gang. He fights fire with fire by telling Rey to release the two deathly Rathers. No matter how effective the strategy is, there's no denying, and the Rathers fail to evoke a good feeling. And then Rogue One, Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, and K2SO sneak into the security complex on Scarif, and K2SO tries to express his feelings with a classic phrase, but he is silenced by Jyn, fearing too much talk will give them away. And that's just K2SO is just awesome. He's just like, I've got a bed, and she's like, and then The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, that's where it stops. So yes, so there's a inaccurate list now because it stopped at 2020, but there was a list of the best times that they said it. So that is a great one, and I there's been so many more now with the cartoons and the TV shows and Mando, and all that other stuff. Like it's been said other times since then as well. But it is it is a great line, and is what makes Star Wars, I think, iconic at this point. Like you're waiting to see when are they going to say it, and hopefully they don't throw it in a campy way. They throw it in
Yeah.
a nice solid way. So
And they wanted to make it something by putting it in twice in that first movie. So
yeah,
they had plans of like, this is either just going to be a funny moment or maybe it'll stick. Had to
or
be.
maybe it'll stay. Yeah, yeah. It had to have some good plans there. So
Yeah.
well, I love those lists, and I love the extra stress of me having to put them in order without knowing what's coming next.
And for the most part, you did good.
Thanks.
So there's a few of your lists that maybe are going to be a little
Yeah.
debatable, but
Yeah, there's a couple that I was, "Ugh," but even I knew that they would. It wasn't what I would have planned. That's for sure.
oh, I did you in.
You
So
did, yeah. So, all right. Well, on that happy note, in 2 weeks we will give a rundown. Give me that rundown again of Visions season 3, and maybe we'll do some other fun things in there as well. So, I think that's it. This is a good episode. I hope you all stuck all the way to the end, and tell me how bad all of my lists were in wherever you can find us, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. So, what do we always say at the
I
end
have
here?
spoken.
Yeah, that's right. You have spoken. You have done it. We have spoken. Good night, everybody.